people get guns who many say shouldn't have them is top of mind in Minnesota right now. So tonight we wanted to focus on our state's newest gun law, which is a form of a red flag law. 21 states have these. We've had it about 2 months. So Lou wanted to find out if it's been used yet in Minnesota. Lou?
Jana, Minnesota's extreme risk protection orders are meant to take guns away from someone who poses an immediate threat, an immediate risk to themselves or others. And so far, there have been 18 different petitions statewide, spread out from big counties and small. A Twitter post in December threatening a mass shooting said in part, "I plan to gun up a grocery store, shooting all the young 20-something pretty cashiers and helpers, or better yet, a daycare center." Court documents show that the FBI and the Minnesota BCA traced the post to a man named Jerry Sheldon from Maple Lake, who had a history of making terroristic threats, but no current restrictions preventing him from possessing firearms. When investigators searched Sheldon's home, they found books and writings referencing violence that concerned them. Aside from filing a criminal charge of threats of violence, the Wright County attorney also petitioned for what's called an extreme risk protection order, asking a judge to order Sheldon to turn over any gun he might have. The extreme risk protection orders, called ERPOs for short, are available through a new red flag gun law passed last year by the Minnesota legislature after the Minnesota Chiefs of Police Association and others lobbied for it, giving a judge authority to take guns away from someone who poses, quote, a significant danger to others or is at a significant risk of suicide. The law went into effect on January 1st, and a KARE 11 News analysis has found 18 cases so far in which someone has petitioned for an ERPO. Of those 18 petitions, 14 of them were filed by law enforcement agencies, 4 of them filed by civilians. Nearly all of them involved a person with a history of or ongoing mental illness, and 10 of the 18 involved a person who was suicidal. The intent of the law is to hopefully save lives.
I have not vetted the accuracy of the data, but it does show a statistically significant saving of lives, according to their research.
Richard Hodgson, general counsel for the Minnesota Sheriff's Association, is training law enforcement on the new law.
The concern was that you would have family members, and angry ex-spouses, and everybody that possibly could be filing petitions. So far, we have not seen a significant number of private petitions. Most of the petitions that have been petitions filed by law enforcement agencies.
There have been 4 petitions so far this year that have been denied by the judge when the judge ruled the petitioner did not prove the significant danger posed. But in another case, parents of a St. Olaf College student reported his escalating and extreme behaviors that included threats to kill himself and shoot the officers who were called to help. A judge signed the extreme risk protection order requiring the young man to turn over any firearms to Northfield Police. And Richard Hodgson said that about a dozen additional states are now considering a similar law. Not all of those states allow civilians to submit these petitions, but they do here in Minnesota, and we have more information on how you can do that if you ever need to. That information is on this story on KARE11.com. Jana.
Lou, you talked about the case in the beginning and the case at the end of those 2 men, and the judge said they shouldn't have firearms. That person has to surrender them, you said? They don't just come to their house and take them?
Well, the sheriff's office or the local police department does actually go to the house, make contact with the person. They make an arrangement of what they're going to do with the guns, and the person has to turn them over. There's a lot of growing pains, they tell me right now. A lot of these law enforcement agencies are not used to doing stuff like that. So those are kind of the kinks they're working out right now.
Okay. Thanks so much, Lou. We appreciate it. Well, right now,